Hello doTERRA family. My name is Nicole Almeida and I am super excited to be a presenter for the Strong All Season Education Series. What a blessing that doTERRA is giving us an opportunity for all of us to connect with a community that brings us joy in a time when a lot of people feel disconnected and worried. Today, I'm going to talk to you about positive body image. What is positive body image and how you can improve it. So what is body image? And more importantly, what is positive body image? How we see ourselves, how we feel about ourselves, what we think about ourselves, and then of course the combination of those things is how we behave, how we act outwardly. And sometimes that's positive and sometimes that's negative. It might change on a daily basis, it might change on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis on what we're exposed to. Now, if you didn't know, we live in a very body-obsessed culture, right? So many people look at themselves and look at other people as ornaments and not as instruments, right? So we look at the person, their body, as opposed to the person themselves. When we make judgments, we're bombarded daily with images of perfection, right? So perfect lives, perfect bodies, perfect families, everything is edited, right? There's really nothing that's real anymore. I prefer to call it fake book as opposed to Facebook because everything is edited. And because of all this editing and this striving for perfection, our mental health has really declined. A little bit of background on me. I was a competitive dancer growing up. I started dancing at the age of 2, and by the time I was 8, I was on a highly competitive dance team. I danced almost every day of the week, and during competition season, that even included being at the dance studio on Sundays all day long. And while I have so many fond memories as a dancer, I have friends that are still near and dear to my heart today, there are some things that really contributed to a poor body image at that time in my life. So every single Sunday for as long as I can remember, we used to have a mandatory weigh-in. We would go to the dance studio and there would be a book where our names were recorded and we would be weighed in. And I specifically remember as I started to go through puberty, I started to develop, I of course was gaining weight. And while I was the furthest thing from being overweight, I do remember being super self-conscious about having to step on that scale every single week. And it certainly contributed to feelings of insecurity and just, well, all the things that kind of go with with that age, of course, right? So lucky for me, I did not become a statistic. I actually went off to college. I studied exercise science and nutrition. I later became a certified health and life coach. And almost 25 years later, I am still passionately educating on topics of health and wellness. And so where I did not become a statistic, I have become very aware of the statistics out there, and a few of those that I want to share with you. So 91% of women are unhappy with their bodies. That's astounding and so very sad. The more reality TV and social media exposure, the more likely you are to find appearance important. Listen to this one. Over 50% of women and over 30% of men would consider cosmetic surgery in the future. 1 out of every 50 women versus 1 out of every 500 men will become eating disordered. And over 80% of children ages 8 to 10 are afraid of being fat. So according to those statistics, either you yourself or someone you know probably has negative body image. And today we're talking about positive body image. So what are some of the things that we can do to contribute to positive body image? So first and foremost is self-esteem. Self-esteem and self-confidence are directly related to poor body image. So people who have low self-esteem tend to have poor body image. So what can we do to contribute to self-esteem? One of the things that I always suggest to people is surround yourself with positive people. And when you're part of the doTERRA community, that's just a given, right? We have so many positive people in our doTERRA family. According to motivational speaker Jim Rohn, he says that we are the average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with, right? So you need to pick those people wisely. So surround yourself with people who are positive, people who build you up. They make you feel good about yourself. Number 2 is that you have a positive attitude. I love the quote by Henry Ford that says, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right, right? So we have to have a positive attitude. I love thinking about making lists. I'm a list maker, and maybe many of you are as well, but I like to tell people, make a list of the things that you love about yourself. Forget about your appearance. It doesn't have to be your weight or what your hair looks like or your eyebrows or your eyelashes or your tan. Make things that are completely separate of your physical appearance, things that you just love about yourself, things that you're good at doing. Maybe you're great at knitting, maybe you're great at running, maybe you're great at whatever, fill in the blank, but make a list of things that you really love about yourself and focus on those. And the third one is to keep your emotions in check. True beauty is not skin deep, right? It's a state of mind. So we really need to focus on our state of mind. And lucky for us, essential oils are a great way for us to focus not only on our physical health, but of course on our emotional health as well. We can anchor in healthy emotional well-being through the use of our essential oils. I want to share 3 doTERRA products with you today that I truly believe will promote a positive body image. And the first one, if you are not familiar with it, you need to be. And that is the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack. This is a crucial piece of living the doTERRA wellness lifestyle. It is a combination of quality vitamins, minerals, omegas, and cellular nutrition that you don't find in today's market. Now, cellular nutrition is so important. When we have healthy cells, we have healthy tissues, we have healthy organs, and we have a healthy body, but the opposite is also true. So we really need to lean into making sure that our bodies are fueled properly. And the best way to do that is through the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality. When you feel good, you look good, this is going to contribute to positive body image. The second product that I recommend is Slim and Sassy, or the Metabolic Blend. This is a combination of grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon. Now, grapefruit is a powerhouse oil for honoring the body. Anyone who struggles with self-criticism, feelings of unworthiness, self-judgment, or body shame, this is a really great oil for you to use. Now, Slim and Sassy can be used aromatically, so you can open it, you can smell it right from the bottle, you can even diffuse it, you can use this oil topically. I actually love to use the Slim and Sassy topically. You can put 1 to 2 drops, dilute it, and go ahead and rub it on your areas of concern. So if you're self-conscious about your tummy, you can rub it there. If you're self-conscious about your cellulite on your legs, you can rub it there. I personally love to use Slim and Sassy when I dry skin brush. Love just adding 1 to 2 drops to the dry skin brush and using it that way. You can also use Slim and Sassy internally. You can either add it to a glass of 1 to 2 drops to a glass of water, or you can even take it in a capsule. The third product that I have grown to know and love is bergamot. Bergamot is the oil of self-acceptance. If you are struggling with low self-esteem or self-judgment, this is the perfect oil. Bergamot is uplifting, it's assuring, it's restoring. It's an awesome oil to use for this purpose. You can use it similar to the Slim and Sassy. You can use it aromatically. I love adding it to a diffuser. One of my favorite ways to use bergamot is actually 1 to 2 drops with a little bit of coconut oil, and I love to rub it over my heart. It smells amazing. It has a citrusy, uplifting smell to it. It smells amazing. Bergamot can also be used internally as well. I'd like to close with this today. You are a masterpiece. You are beautiful, and you aren't created to be like anyone else. You are so much more than what you look like. So cling to those truths and empower others to do the same. Thanks for joining me.